Yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings. Truth what we speak. Yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings. Truth what we speak. Yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings. Yeah. Truth what we speak. I am ready, man, ready. Facts over feelings. Yeah. Truth what we speak. Yeah. Real TV, tapping and close. We talk past, present, yeah, the streets and the ghost. Yeah. Local to celebrities, stories unfold. Community matters, black excellence bold. Yeah. Every voice welcome, respect is the rule. We don't play loud, we stay sharp, stay cool. No hype, no cap, just real when we speak. That clock, that sweet tea. Yeah, we keep it right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Real TTV. Today is, of course, my second live. I feel like I'm so close. Let me back this up. Today is special to me because I get to bring to y'all another side of me that y'all don't know and haven't experienced. And I'm about to cry. I am about to cry. I love you guys so much. Um, this is crazy right now because I got all these notifications coming. I'm waiting for everybody to come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm approving all these mentions because I made 500 subscribers. This shit is so real right now for me. I thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart, yo. Y'all got me in tears right now. Thank y'all. I know that I be going back and forth with a lot of people on here, but I am, and these is not tears of sadness, these are tears of joy. Like, thank y'all so much. I didn't even know. I just went to take me a little spiritual bath so I could come to y'all, and I just seen Amber tag me and say congratulations. And I'm so humble coming before y'all right now because not that I didn't know, but I just went in the bathroom and came back out and boom, man. And what I was doing was what I'm about to bring to y'all about manifestation, you know. Manifestation is a big thing for me. Thank you, thank you. So I'm coming to y'all transparent, you know, because a year ago, I didn't know where my life was going and what direction it was going. My niche, what I was good at. And I'm good at a lot of things, but when you get to that mark of almost being 50, it's like you have like a midlife crisis kind of. You know, you you don't feel accomplished. You don't feel like you have accomplished everything that you needed to accomplish up until this point, right? And so I had been sitting still and listening to my higher power, waiting for instructions on what was my next thing to do, right? And boom, listening to this case that we just covered and realizing, like deflecting, you know, on who I used to be, who I am now, all the things that I've been through. And seeing how harsh this world is to people, it made me want to come back to the camera. It made me want to come back to the people. It made me want to um, give forth messages. And um, anybody that really know me, people have been asking me to come back to the camera for a long time, like to come back to the people, and I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. Um, it wasn't fun anymore. It you know, I don't want to say my spirit was broken, but I was on a healing journey. I was on a healing journey. A lot of things that took taking place. Um, Sometimes when you're born with certain gifts, they can be a blessing and they can be a curse. And I didn't want my gift anymore. I didn't want to help people and heal people anymore, you know, because I felt like people are just so harsh and a lot of people didn't deserve it. But I realized that my gift is not for everybody, and I can pick and choose who I share it with. And so when I say that, this was never about being paid. This was about me finding myself and finding my purpose again. Um, put my headphones on. I don't know if y'all could heard me, um, but I just got emotional with y'all and very vulnerable because I just had to drop the phone real quick because I am super excited. So those were not tears of um, sadness; those were tears of joy because, yeah, yeah. Hey, Brown Brown. Hey, D. Lewis. Hey, Lady Love. Hey, Yolanda. As y'all can see, my energy has changed. Um, I'm looking at my phone right now. Amber, I love you. Um, Tamika, you know you hold a special place in my heart. Y'all too, Miss White, Thuggin, um, Amora, um, it's a lot of people, and I don't want to tell all of them, because then y'all gonna know my secret. Because I have some Romika supporters that I talk to. You know, again, we could agree to disagree, but it's the disrespect that I'm not tolerating. Um, I'm so excited, y'all. I've had my watch hours for weeks. For weeks. But I knew it. I said, I'm gonna go into 2026 ready. Cause I ain't going nowhere. They have no idea what's coming. It's a lot coming. A lot coming. My sippers, thank y'all. Um, I want to cry some more. I want to cry some more, because this is what determination and resilience, and and it's so crazy because now everybody know who I am. But they really don't. They don't have no idea. They don't know. Yeah, Round, it is tears of joy, man, because yeah, I feel great. um I see great things. This journey has been an awesome journey and it's just beginning. um I want to thank all my supporters, I state, Kate Tail, D. Lewis, Round Brown, Yolanda Tucker, like Ski, most of all. Thank you, baby. Um, yeah, we did it. We did it. We did it. Um, and I don't want nothing that's gonna come easy. Yeah, 500 subs. We got it. And it's only gonna go up even more after this. Um, they thought I wasn't gonna make it, you know. They thought I wasn't gonna be able to. They figured, oh no, everything is divine timing. Divine timing. Um, who else? It's so many people. Um, let me see if I could go up and see because I it's so many. Divinely, Lady Love, thank y'all. I know I'm missing so many more. Um, Whisper, Wispy, but I call her Whisper. Keita, um, she gave me the stars today, so I needed stars on one post. I've never used stars before, but on Facebook I needed stars to get um this bonus that is like triple. It's like crazy. And Keita Keita gave me the stars on that post for that. Um Shonda Coleman, Taylor, who else I want to thank? Tyrell, Gretchen May, you know who you are. Michelle, um, Kenesha, Nikki Rhodes, Monette. It's a bunch of y'all. Yeah, show and steady win the race. I'm winning, even when they think, my dad used to tell me, no, I know now. Um, my dad has been coming to me in my dreams. And um my dad had a saying. He used to say to me, "You're my horse. You're my number one horse. If you never win a race." And in my dream last night, he said that to me. So I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Um, I hear those words in my ears every time I'm struggling with something. Hold on. Every time I'm struggling with something. Um, as y'all know, I've been going through a lot. Losing my father was very hard for me, but I understand death. I understand why. I understand why people transition. Oh, I'm sorry. But sometimes you can be, I realized that fucked up shit happen to good people, you know? And just because someone didn't treat you the way you should have been treated doesn't mean they don't deserve grace, right? And this is why I'm an advocate for mental health, because a lot of our Black people are suffering um, internally. You know, they don't want to go. He's definitely watching over me. They don't want to go and talk to anybody. They're afraid to go and talk to, people, because they don't want to be judged by their thoughts. They don't want to be judged, or be called crazy, or, so they don't go and talk to somebody. But I encourage people to do that. Find you someone that's not biased to go and talk to. And don't always dump on your friends. Don't always call your friends and say, don't always call your friends and dump on them, because you don't know what they're dealing with mentally. And sometimes they aren't mentally available to walk you through it or hold your hand. And I noticed that people get upset when, oh, you didn't answer the phone for me, or where's my mic? You didn't answer the phone for me, or you know you're too busy for me, or whatever. But sometimes people are not mentally available, you know and I shouldn't have to tell you, oh, my father died, my this or that, or this. Um my feelings was very hurt, you know with Quadria, because the first time that I wasn't mentally available for you, you flipped out on me. But that was just God revealing to me early on. But that has happened to me a lot in my life. Um, I can't celebrate the good shit that's going in my life because you fucked up, or you in a fucked up mood. That is not okay. That is not okay. And then when you see people, they're struggling, you see people struggling to keep it together, but you are okaying. Because I have a saying: just because you're going through shit doesn't mean you could treat people like shit. And so sometimes we be so self-absorbed that we don't even see that the person that's right in front of us, our mate, our loved ones, are hurting. Peace and love to everyone. And we ignore it, or we enable the behavior. And then tragic shit happens, and everybody is torn because they're filled with so much guilt. Um, for a long time, I have not been mentally available. And some people may have thought so because I was present, but I really wasn't. And I learned to be self-full is not being selfish, meaning I had to take care of me before I can assist you with taking care of you or making you feel good. I needed to make sure that every day that I woke up, that I was feeling good. And that took a lot from me because I am a giver. I am what you quote an enabler. And I had to realize that about myself. Enabling people is not healthy either. Because when I'm fucked up and I'm down and I'm broken and I'm whatever, who pours into me? Who helps me feel good? So I'm pouring out of my cup, but nobody's pouring into my cup. So I find my shit empty and everybody else's is full and overflowing, and my shit is empty. So now my shit is full, right? And everybody's is empty, and they're expecting me to refill their cup. But now I'm only giving drops. Because see, I gotta preserve for me. I gotta make sure that I have for myself. So that goes into our next topic. So I don't know if y'all seen, but the monks, they're doing a peace walk. Y'all seen that? The walk for peace? So the Buddhist monks are currently undertaking the walk for peace. Okay. One of your cousins was just talking about it. Um, they're they are doing 120 days, 2,300-mile walk pilgrim pil, pilgrimage from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. So this is not a protest. Um, this is not a political movement. It's a spiritual journey rooted into Buddhism practice, which is spreading love, kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, mindfulness, nonviolent, and peace. Now, during this journey, the group was struck by a vehicle. It's crazy, right? When I said um, bad things happen to good people. Um, so a group was struck by a vehicle. One of the monks lost his leg, and another one was injured. Even though, right, this happened, they chose to continue to walk with no anger, no hatred, and no retaliation. Only resilience, compassion, and unwavering commitment to peace. Even in the fact of deep suffering, the monks walk mindfully through towns and cities, relying on entirely on generosity and community support, accompanied by their dog, Aloka. They do not preach, they do not protest, they embark the practice itself, carrying peace one step at a time. This touched me because someone got hurt, lost their leg. Lost their leg. Like, could you imagine losing your leg after you dedicated your life to peace? By somebody hitting you with a car, striking you with a car, and you on a peace walk? Now tell me that ain't a test. That's a test. Like that don't happen every day. That's not something that, you know, then like, is that a coincidence? Cause that's like crazy. I know if it was me, that would test my faith. I'd be like, shit, the hell with Buddhism. I don't want to do this anymore. Right? Um, Many of their steps remind us what true strength looks like. Because there are some people that have been through so much tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, but yet they still strong. That's what strength looks like. So I want to let you like talk about Buddhism and monks and the the resilience they have and the patience they have. Um, so first I want, because I don't know if y'all know about Buddhism. So I'm gonna tell y'all what Buddhism is. Because my son's nickname is Buddha. So this right here really Buddha waving at y'all. Um, this is something that's really, really close to me. Like this, I love Buddhas. Like I have so many little Buddhas um, in my home. Okay, so Buddhism is a philosophy focused on ending suffering by following the Buddhism teaching to achieve enlightenment in its non-deistic path. Now, meaning it doesn't center on a supreme God, but emphasizes on meditation, ethic, wisdom, understanding concepts like karma, cause and effect, and reincarnation to break the cycle of rebirth. Now, the core beliefs of Buddhism is an awakening, an awakened human teacher, not a god who found the path of liberation. The Buddha's teaching encompass universal law and principles, right? Four noble truths. Life is suffering. Desire causes suffering. Suffering can end by ending desire. And the way to end desire is the eightfold path. Now, the eightfold path is a practical guide to ethical conduct, mental discipline, which is meditation, and wisdom. Now, karma and reincarnation. Actions, karma, determine future rebirths in an endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The ultimate goal, nirvana, the ultimate goal is the state of liberation, inner peace, freedom from suffering, and the cycle of reincarnation. Now, what monks do are they meditate a lot. Meditation is a key practice to cultivate mindful focus and insight. Mortality, following ethical concepts like not harming, not stealing, etc. So they believe in karma. Wisdom, developing deep understanding of reality, impermanence, and non self. Now, this practice originated in India over 25,000 years ago, spreading throughout the East, Southeast, and Central, and later to the West. Um, Buddhism offers a practice of path for personal development and spiritual awakening. Focus on mastery, compassion to overcome the universe experience of suffering. So I don't know if y'all all watched, and y'all probably did because it's like a classic, but Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? And she got to doing Num Yo Renge Kyo, Num Yo Renge Kyo. Buddha,
Yeah.
do you still meditate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, um, Tina Turner, that's my girl. If y'all didn't know, that's my girl. And that movie was so touching to me because it was like, damn, she going through all this. She get her ass whooped. She her spirit is broken. Um, she broke all these things, you know what I mean? But somebody decided to pour into her and show her some techniques in a better way of life and thinking, right? So after I watched that movie, I was like, shit. And I watched that movie over and over again, but it never resonated the first time. It didn't resonate the second time. It just ain't resonate a lot of times until one day I watched it and it did. So, um, Buddha is called the enlightening one, right? It focuses on a personal spiritual development, the suffering, and the attainment of deep insight into true nature of life. The Four Noble Truths. This forms the foundation for Buddhism thought. Life involves suffering and dissatisfaction, right? So often we are disappointed, more times than none, right? And then it goes into suffering is caused by desires, attachments, and cravings. So if you don't expect things, it's not that you're not going to suffer, but the attachment to it and the craving to it is less painful. Suffering can end by letting go of these cravings. So having discipline can help with some of these wants, some of these desires. And in the path to end suffering in the eightfold path. Now, the eightfold path is a guide, right? I told you for ethical conduct. Yeah. Now, it's the right understanding. Y'all ready for this? A guide to ethical conduct and mental discipline. The right of understanding, the right of thought, the right of speech, the right of action, the right of livelihood, the right of effort, the right mindfulness, and the concentration. That's deep, right? Now, there are three main branches of Buddhism, each with distinct practice and geographical prominence. The first one is the Way of the Elders, the oldest and the most conservative branch. And this comes out of Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia. Um, and then they have the Great Vehicle. Now, this one emphasizes um, beings who delayed their own nirvana to help others. So we know what nirvana is, right? The state of liberation from the cycle of rebirth and suffering. So these are the ones that help others. They sacrifice themselves to help others. They are called the great vehicles. And then you have the diamond vehicle, which are they are tantric techniques, primary practice in Tibet, Mongolia, places of that in those places. The three jewels. Buddhism typically takes refuge in three center pillars: the Buddha, the teacher, and the enlightened one, right? And then the teaching and universal law discovered by the Buddha, and then the community, monk, nuns, and lay followers. So those are the three jewels. Now, meditation is a key point in Buddhism, often called the heartbeat, used to cultivate mindful wisdom and inner peace. So a lot of times when people are meditating, it is to the heartbeat. That is one of the first sounds that we hear once we are created. You know that a fetus stays in a womb for 9 months listening to the heartbeat. It is the music for the soul. Now, the 5 perceptions, a moral code for lay followers is to abstain from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, and using intoxicants. Then they worship. It can take place at home, in temples, often involve bowing to the image of Buddha as a sign of respect rather than worshiping him as a god. So this is what people don't understand. A lot of people and a lot of Christians and a lot of Muslims, they think that when you're bowing to other they think they're idols, and that they are worshiping them. They're worshiping this. No, what they're doing is they're paying respect. And worshiping and paying respect is two different things. A lot of misconceptions about Buddhism is that it's only a philosophy. It's only a philosophy, not a religion. While it has deep philosophical roots, most scholars and practitioners classify it as a religion due to its rituals, temple, and supernatural elements like karma and rebirth. Historical Buddhist was a human who achieved enlightenment through his own effort. So a lot of people don't even know that Buddha was a real person. Um, while many practitioners revive and some say he didn't exist, some say he did exist, like Jesus. He is considered a teacher and a guide rather than a divine creator. See, so where he's not a god, like Jesus was God. No, he was more like a teacher. Um, and little Buddha statues, and the little, I have some over there, but they're just little symbols, and they're symbolic to remind and reminders that Buddha's teaching and one's own potential for enlightenment rather than an object of a divine worship. Okay? So I know when y'all go into like nail salons and just certain places y'all go, y'all see these little temples on the floor in the nail salon. And we wondering why the Asian people so damn wealthy, right? So this was my thing. This is what made me also want to go into learning. I take a little bit of everything. Anytime I go in a damn nail salon, I see this little Buddha. I see this little temple. And these people is wealthy. I said one day, shit, I'm doing something wrong. I need me one of them little temples in my house. Makes sense. Core belief and concept. Life is suffering. The common mistranslation of the first noble truth, right? More accurate translation is that life is unsatisfactory or stressful due to the impermanent nature. Now, if we was to say life was perfect, we would be fucking lying. We would be lying. Okay? So they know that life is not perfect. Life is full of suffering, right? Karma is fate. They believe in this. I believe in karma too. Karma literally means action and referring to the law of cause and effect. It refers to the law of cause and effect. You do something, it might cost you your life. It's not a cosmic system of punishment or preordained destiny. Individuals can change their life through present intentional actions. So one thing about Buddhism is it's your intentions. If you have negative intentions, you're going to get a negative reaction. Buddhism actually is teaching rebirth, which differs from transmigration of a permanent soul. It is the continuation of karmic energy or mental conditions rather than an unchanging self. So basically, your conditions might not change, right? But your mental state, it changes. So I'm trying to use an example. That, for instance, you lose a loved one, right? It's not that you're no longer sad about the loved one being gone. It's not that you don't care about the loved one anymore, and that the loved one doesn't cross your mind anymore, but you're able to have understanding that the loved one is no longer suffering mentally, physically, emotionally, that this is a part of nature, you know, and that this is something that we have no control over. So therefore, we're able to process it differently. So we're able to enjoy little by little the the good, the better things in life, because now we have an understanding, right? Now it says it doesn't mean that things lack a permanency, independent essence, and or instead constant change, right? But we're able to cope, you know, and because a lot of people get stuck, they become stuck and they can't move forward. They cannot process the loss. So what happens is if they experience another loss, it's like opening an old wound. Just keep reopening it, reopening it, reopening it. Now, did y'all know a fun fact? In the comments, tell me a fun fact about Buddhism. One fun fact. All Buddhists are, let's see, one fun fact. I guess. Not one person? All right, I'm going to tell y'all. They're vegetarians. While many schools encourage vegetarianism to practice compassion, it is really, really a strict commandment. Even some traditionally eat meat if it's offered to them, but most of them are vegetarians. Another fun fact: Buddhism, they meditate. Meditation was primary a monastic practice. Many lay Buddhism throughout the history focus more on ethical living than accumulating merit through good deeds rather than sitting in meditation. So in a historical time, they would just go out and do good deeds so that they could get their blessings instead of meditating. Or they would go out and do their daily, good deeds, and then come and meditate for the rest of the day. Now, Buddhism may be pacifist. I think that's how you say it. Passive. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. Where nonviolent is a core tenet. Okay. Now, Buddhism groups and nations have engaged in war and maintain armies now, but they're mainly non-violent. The Dalai Lama is the leader of all Buddhism. He is the spiritual leader of Tibet, right? But he does not have authority over the major branches like Zen and Theravada. So, I hope that was informative. I hope that you guys have a better understanding of Buddhism. Um, it's not a horrible thing. It's not spooky book. It's not a lot of people when they hear Buddhism, they think that they can't form a relationship with people. Not true. Um, what else they misconceptions? Um, they have a saying, we attach to things out of a sense of incompletion and neediness. But Buddhism teaches the self, right? That it's all an illusion and that ultimately nothing is separate. When one intimately realizes this, there is no need for attachments, but that doesn't mean Buddhisms cannot be in close and loving relationships. So, if you're not a monk, like turned to a priest, kind of, a lot of people that practice Buddhism, they in relationships, they married, they court things like that. Um, a lot of people that are not into Buddhism, they meditate. If you notice, almost half the world meditates. This is a form of relaxation. Doesn't mean you know, Buddhism. They weird or anything like that. So now I want to explain to y'all what a monk is because this is, well, I'm gonna read it to you first. Um, so a monk is a man dedicated his life to a religious order. It is. I didn't even get to that yet, but it is. It's meditation is a crucial part of your overall health. I don't know. I didn't know that until my oldest son started following Dr. Sabi. Yes, I follow Dr. Sabi. Well, that's a whole nother. Um, a monk is a man who dedicated his life to a religious order, renouncing worldly pursuits to live a life of prayer, con- contemplation, and service, often with a monastery following strict vows like poverty, chastity, and obedience. It's the spiritual path called, shit small, monasticism, existing across many religions, but the term commonly referred to Christian monks who live simple, often isolated from society to achieve spiritual closeness to God or divine, serving others through worship, work, and study, right? But we're going to talk about specific Buddhism monks. And some may call them Pali or uh, and that means beggar. And they even have female monks. And they're fully ordained male monks who follow hundreds of monastic rules, right? Now, this way it get a little interesting. because they have monks that are who haven't taken the preliminary 10 uh, precepts, but is not yet fully ordained, and they're usually under the age of 20. So some of them are like in studies, in training, stuff like that. And then you have the ones that are fully ordained females, and then you got the ordained males. Now, when addressing a monk directly, people typically use respectful titles rather than formal technical terms. So they may say, venerable sir. Um, they may call them teachers. Dermas. What else? Precious jewels. I'm just trying to think. Zen priest. Teacher. I think I said that. A fully ordained monk is also known as a Gilong. Let's look at some of the rules because they are very disciplined. So, a Novich monk committed to 10 fundamental trainings: non killing, abstaining from harming a living being; non stealing, not taking what is not freely given; celibacy, restraining from all sexual activity, not just misconduct. Yeah, I don't know if I could be no monk. Right speech, abstaining from lying or false claims, so they don't lie. Non toxicants, abstaining from alcohol and drugs that cloud the mind. No eating after noon, restraining from food from midday until dawn the next day. I will starve the fucking death. Okay? No entertainment, abstaining from dancing, singing, music, and watching shows. I never make it. No beautification, restrain from wearing perfume, cosmetics, and ornaments, jewelry, etc. No high beds, restraining from using luxury or high beds, so they sleep on the floor. No money, restrain from handling gold, silver, or money. So everything they get is free. That's crazy. Fully ordained monks follow a code consisting of 227 to 253 rules, depending on the lineage. These are categorized by the severity of the offense. So, defeat: 4 offenses that result in immediate, permanent expulsion from the order. Intentionally sexual intercourse, theft, significant value, killing a human being, or falsely claiming enlightenment. And then you have 13 rules requiring a meeting of the community for purification, such as touching a woman with lust or building an unauthorized dwelling. 75 rules govern day-to-day etiquette and ethics, such as wearing robes modestly, eating mindful, and properly teaching the Dharma. Now, daily conduct and relationships, and then we gonna go. I'm gonna get to talking. Um, Monks are, they cannot cook. They cannot cook their own food or store it overnight, so they don't eat no damn leftovers. No interaction with women. They maintain purity and avoid scandals. Monks generally avoid physical contact with women and should not be alone with a woman in a secluded place. And simplicity. They are limited to basic um, robes, bowls, medicine, and simple shelter. They really simple. With and they, get by with the bare minimum. That intrigues me because I know a lot of us, we got no electricity, we got no damn phone. We cuckoo as hell. We will lose our shit. So I just thought that article was so awesome because it's like, I want that kind of patience. I want that kind of resilience, that kind of self control. Um, I want to master that, not to that severe extent. I think that's kind of, severe in certain things, but I do a lot of fasting. So I think that it's good to have some of those um, characteristics so that I'll be able to, when I go to fast, um, I will be able to demonstrate even some more of some self control. Um, One of my goals is to quit smoking. That's gonna be a journey. Y'all don't even bother me about it, okay? But it's gonna be a journey. So, building up my self control and resilience, and finding other activities to do to take my mind off of smoking and to cope with daily life challenges. I'll get there one day, but just not today. Um, I'm gonna bring y'all stories, you know, of different natures, not only, you know, tragic shit. Even though that was tragic, the monk lost his leg, you know what I mean? And in the picture, he's still smiling like nothing, you know? I'm like, shit, I don't know if I could have lost my leg and I still would have been like, I don't know if I could have been like that. But hey, why not? They, I'm striving for greatness. So hey, maybe one. No, I ain't gonna say that. I recant that statement. Nah, but um, I just thought that that story was awesome, and I'm interested to know, and I'm gonna be following them to know where they're going next. So they are. Where did I say they are now? And they walking. They got sores on their feet. I don't know if y'all went on my feet, but they got like sores on their feet, man. Um, where are they now? They are in Atlanta. Let me see. And people are traveling to see them, which is so awesome. Let me see. Where are the monks now? I believe they in Atlanta, but somewhere around there. The monks. Let's see where they at now. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I didn't say it. They in Atlanta. Not Atlanta, but they in Georgia right now. So they've walked from Fort Worth, Texas to Georgia. Let's see where they are in Georgia. And the people are outside and they're welcoming them like this, like a parade. Um, it's so fucking awesome. Um, the fans are anxious to see the monks and offer them flowers, as well as words of encouragement. The monks will be settling for the night, and then the journey continues tomorrow. So, I'm trying to see what part of Georgia they are. According to the Facebook, the monks crossed the Alabama-Georgia border on December 26th, heading to LaGrange and Hoganville. Later, they have been seen outside the metro Atlanta area. So I was right. They was in Atlanta. Today they have walked from Marrow to Decatur. The last update, the monks will be stopping for the night at Toby Grant Recreation Center in Scotland. They interested in showing their support and may visit from 6 to 9. And then the monks will be traveling to Windsor, Statham, and Athens at the New Year beginning, where they will walk for peace. Oh, their walk for peace started October 26th in Fort Worth, Texas. Their walk will end in Washington, D.C. near the end of February. I wonder how they're going to do with the weather. And are they going to fly back? Like, what are they going to do once they hit DC? I'm going to do some research on that. I just thought about that. Like, what the hell are they going to do once they hit DC? They going to get on a plane? Do monks get on planes? I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to come and bring you this story and give y'all a little information so that you guys have a better understanding and how. Oh, and I wanted to give y'all one more thing before I end this live. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. Now, I'll tell you some of the things that meditation does to help the body. It lowers your blood pressure. It slows your heart rate down. It improves sleep. You have better immune function. It reduces chronic pain. Okay? All by counteracting stress and calming the nervous system, supporting overall health and well-being. Faster healing of the body. It boosts your immune system. It activates relaxation. So when I come home from work or being out in the street all day, I need about 18 minutes to just woosah. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear nobody. It's like I get a deaf ear. I just want, sometimes I lay across the bed. Sometimes I just sit in a chair and I just close my eyes and sometimes I lay on the floor. It's like wherever the body is saying, okay, it's so used to meditating that wherever it is, it's like, all right, right now. When I get too upset, I just sit back, breathe. I get a focus point. So focus points are great. Find you a focus point and stare at that shit till your eyes get heavy. It helps your digestive system, brain health. Um, it helps with control of food cravings, and aids in recovery for substance abuse. Like I was telling y'all with my son Buddha, when he feels like his anxiety is coming on, or he doesn't know where he's having sensory issues, and y'all heard him early on, he still meditates. He's 13 years old. He's been meditating since he was 2 or 3 years old. It helped him so much that I barely raised my voice. You get some kids say, motherfucker, sit down, sit the fuck down, sit the motherfucker, sit down. He wasn't a kid. I could do that too. Now I asked him, can you have a seat? Matter of fact, I don't even have to talk to him and tell him, because he already knows his body is doing something that is not correct, because he feels it. So if he's jittery, if his ADHD is kicking in and he just want to bounce all over the place, he said, Mom, put my calm me down music on, and I'm just gonna take some breathe, and then he get his fingers together, he get the numb your reggae killing, honey. And it has worked for my household. But I'm hoping that, and they starting to incorporate it more in the school system with these children. So, if you don't meditate, I'd encourage you to. I know it may sound like, okay, for somebody who haven't done it before, oh, this shit is stupid, But let me tell you something. Sitting and being one with yourself is a great practice, because you don't take the stress into the next day or the next thing you're doing. You just release that shit. Like, okay, it happened. Let it go. So I'm getting ready for my virtual vision board party that is about to go down in about 30 minutes to an hour. If you're interested in joining, come on through. This is going to be fun. Make sure you have your journal. Make sure you have researched some pictures, some clip art. Save some pictures in your photos. And bring a positive attitude, because we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about 3 techniques that I use to start my new year off with the fucking bang. So I'm gonna let y'all go visit some other content creators while I take care of me being newly monetized on my second platform. No, actually my third platform, because I'm monetized. So I'm monetized on Facebook, soon to be monetized on YouTube. I'm monetized on IG, and I'm about to go to TikTok. Watch out now. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. Got that sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings, truth when we speak. If you want it real, you in the right seat. We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. Got that sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings, truth when we speak. Yeah, this for the streets. Yeah. Real TV, tap in, lean close. Past and present stories, yeah, we break them both. Local corners, big names, headlines too. If it matter to the people, then it matter to you. No rush talk. we let truth breathe. Every word got weight when we let it speak. Community first, gotta stand on code. Black excellence shine, let the real be known.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice.
Like a sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings and truth when we speak. If you want it real, you in the right seat.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. Like a sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings, truth when we speak. Deeper, more serve these.
Opinions welcome, long as respect stay clear. We don't drown out voices, we let them appear. No clout chase, no mess for views, just real conversations, different points of view. But when it's the goal, not drama or noise. Give the people facts so they make their choice. From the block to the boardroom, stories unfold. We clock the sweet tea, yeah, the truth get told.
Slow it down, let it sink in. Real conversations, yeah, we locked in. Truth don't yell, it don't compete. It just stand firm when it hit these streets.
We ain't here to argue, we here to inform. Shining light in the dark, keep the mind warm. History matter, so do right now. If you wanna understand, then you in the crowd. From the first word spoken to the last one said, everything we bring got purpose instead. No smoke screens, no emotional plea. Facts over feelings, that's real TTV.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. Like the sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings, truth when we speak.
Like it when we read, you in the right.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. Like the sweet tea, yeah, we keep it right. Facts over feelings,
Truth when we speak.
TTV, yeah, that's for the street.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice. We keep it right. Facts over feelings, truth when we speak.
Yeah, this for the streets, yeah, this for the streets, yeah.
We serve the tea, hot or cold and ice.